Okay, so we went to the craft fair that we did not get into.
It was both encouraging and irritating.
And it's still encouraging and irritating when we think about it. What we discovered was that our stuff, the stuff that we make, that we are trying to get going, is pretty good quality compared to some of the other stuff that was in this craft show or craft fair. And so that was irritating. Why couldn't we get in?
Well, and part of the reason we were on a waiting list because the person who is the organizer wanted to have her make sure that her normal people got in who are her big sellers. Totally understandable. She's in it for the money. I agree, we are too. And then the other reason, supposedly, that we had to wait was that they only want so many booths per interest, I guess. So
if you sell, for example, crochet top dish towels that hang on a doorknob or something, then they didn't want a lot of competition with that. So
which I don't do. I crochet, but do not do the towels at all.
So they just want one, maybe two booths, from what I understood, that have a certain product in it, so they don't have an overabundance of one product. Well, they had about 100 booths. Not really, that's an exaggeration.
There must have been 4 or 5 just with the hanging top towels for crochet. But they didn't do it. Nobody did exactly what I do. There was one booth that had crocheted pot holders, and quite frankly, they weren't nearly as good as ones I make. And I don't even mean to be so biased or anything, because I actually think I'm an amateur at what I do, so I'm usually the first one.
Her hot pot holders are really good. They're very thick. They're very good.
Double-sided.
Anyone who tries them really, really likes them.
Yeah. Well, so I'm still feel like I'm an amateur, kind of a novice at what I do, learning. So I would be the first one to say that my stuff needed to get better. If I saw somebody at the craft fair who was better than me and say, boy, I've got to up my game. I did not see that. There was a lot of different kinds of crochet. In fact, there was a baby blanket that I was quite stunned at, to be honest.
It was flimsy.
Yeah, and thin, and there wasn't a lot to it. And they're just very, very basic stitches. If you know crochet, they're just either pretty much a double crochet, which is fine. It's just that they're not offering anything extra to go with that. And I didn't see scarves at all, though it is the wrong time of year. Maybe they aren't going to sell scarves, but I know that we're in one in October, and the Sandy sells handmade purses. We did see a booth at this one that had some handmade purses. One booth was pretty decent. They're sewing.
Yes,
I have to say.
Yes, and one booth you could look at it and say, "Wow, oh no, that wasn't at the fair. That was at the consignment craft store." Consignment store.
I don't sew, and I could even tell it was sewn. It was
sewn badly, was what it was.
Yeah, and I could tell it was sewn. Whereas Sandy's stuff, I don't know if anybody would know that it was just handmade, because she's so precise and really a perfectionist in what she does. And so there was one booth at the craft fair, though, who had purses, and they did a really, really good job, and the non-sewer me could tell it was a really good job.
Yes.
But so the craft fair we're already paid for, and we're in October. They even said, because we have the purses, and first off, the organizer couldn't believe our stuff was handmade. They said it looked professional, so that was nice for the October one, not the one we didn't get in last week. And the lady even said, the organizer of the one in October said that we would have to just only display 3 or 4 purses at a time, because she has a purse vendor. That's fine. If you've already committed to that, we can do that. We can put out 3 or 4, and then if they sell, we'll put out 3 or 4 more. That's the way the crafting thing works. Could not for the life of us understand this one that we didn't get in last week. They had about 5 booths of crocheted hanging top towels, and then just really not well done other crocheted things. Not that many crocheted things, just the few that we saw. And then Sandy stuff had no competition, no makeup bags, no key fobs like she does. And we did see somebody who does plastic key fobs.
Out of plastic. They're just plastic. They were very flimsy plastic. We did see some hair bows, and I'm not even bragging. We're not bragging about how well we do stuff, but they just weren't comparable.
No, that's our issue, is that we were on a waiting list because they didn't want to overlap into different things. And the bows were nice that this other person was doing, but Sandy's have layers, several layers to them, and these were just simple ribbon hair bows tied together, and that's fine. If there's a market for it, you go. But I could not understand how any of that overlaps into what we do. I saw no overlapping at all.
So to sum it up, we were very encouraged because we feel like we have good products, and very irritated because we didn't get in, because those are her best sellers. But we'll see what happens. We're trying to get into craft fair during the summer.
Yeah.
If we get into that, then we'll take you along. And we for sure are getting into one in October, and it's a while off, but we'll just keep doing what we do, and maybe one day everything will come together for us.
Yeah, and we're not trying to disparage the work other people do. I admire anybody who's trying the best they can with the skills they have, because your skills get better.
Yes.
So, these people who are doing basic stitches will get better the more they try. My issue isn't with the people, the competition. My issue is with the organizer who didn't let us in because of all the reasons I already gave you. I hope those people can be successful and continue to hone their craft, I guess.
Yes.
That's what we're doing, and so I admire that. There is room for all of us, and competition is what drives the market, so I'm all for that. I believe in free enterprise, so you take your gifts and your talents and you do the best you can with them. So again, that's not my issue with other people. I hope they did well, and hopefully their craft will get better, but I don't understand the organizer, and that's where all that was going.
So anyway, now the next two pictures that we're going to show you are from the craft fair. I didn't get a lot from the craft fair because
You were irritated.
Well, we were irritated, but it was very crowded, and I didn't want to start taking pictures of just people standing there.
Which is another reason to be irritated, because it was very crowded, and we probably would have done really well there.
So I just took pictures of booths that didn't have as many people standing in them. But so anyway, that's what these next few pictures are going to be.
Question. How many times can you hit the take a picture button instead of the video button? Because Sandy's probably done it, and I'm not lying or exaggerating, at least 50 times today. Every time she goes to take a video, she takes a picture first. Just say it. So
That's what I say.
How many times can you speak too? Because you're trying to get home to watch a baseball game.
I know the Cubs are on TV, and we aren't there yet, but we're
close.
getting close.
We're really, really close. So happy Mother's Day to everyone, belated, but still hope everybody had a happy Mother's Day. Sandy's kids treated her well.
Yes, I had a very good Mother's Day.
Yeah.
I just love my kids and my grandkids with all my heart. Anyway.
Okay. No, I like them too.
Anyway, we're going to come back with some more recipes and some other stuff, so hang in there and we'll talk to you soon.